Oh, I'm pissed now. I thought I was pissed before. So I just did the review of the Legacy 4s. You think you're watching it, but no. You're watching the second take. Because apparently the battery died 44 seconds into me recording a 20-minute long Z review. But I had the IMs in, so I couldn't hear the camera die. Welcome to Z Reviews. If this is your first time here, I'm going to give you the fucking finger and fucking shit. Okay, so Legacy 4s. I'll just reiterate what I just said. In fact, I'm going to make this one of the shortest Z reviews ever. I don't like them. Goodbye. Subscribe, start on Patreon. So I got them, and apparently they are designed to fit between the Legacy 3s and the Legacy 5s. Now, I was using them for a couple days, you know, when I first got them. I was like, just trying them out. And using them, I was wearing them. I was like, okay, these are okay. These are okay. I don't understand. Okay, everyone's like pushing me to fucking Legacy 4. Zeos, we need the Legacy 4. Zeos, we need to know. Shut up. Shut up. There's several problems with them. They do exactly what they wanted them to do. Wow, this is going to be a real short video because I'm starving now. They wanted them to fit between the 3 and the 5s. They wanted them to be the mid-range ones. And they absolutely are the mid-range ones. Except there's one fucking problem. They forgot that the Legacy 3s have soundstage, and the Legacy 5s have soundstage, and the Clairvoyants I have over there have more soundstage, and that's why I like them more than the Legacy 5s, and so the Legacy 5s. And these have no soundstage. And no matter how clear you get the vocals for dead center, if there's no ambient space, I fucking hate them. And it took me sitting here for an hour, now an hour and 22 minutes, because I sat here doing it for the whole fucking previous recording of this. I'm sorry I'm taking this out on you guys, but I'm desperately hungry. And I was so happy to have just finished a review, and then when I hit the off button, nothing happened. No sound out of the GoPro. Why did you no go sound, GoPro? Because you died. Oh, so let's go over this real quick. Here's the box. It's Legacy 4. They're trying some new packaging. I have some words about the new packaging too, because I don't like waste. And this is wasteful as shit. There's our graph. Ooh, doesn't say nothing about soundstage here. One of the things I hate about these IEMs, and this is not just for Legacy's 4s. Several IEMs have come through where you have to pull out a fucking tool to switch these microscopic fucking switches to change the tuning to your liking. And you think on paper that sounds good. But why aren't you giving it to me with tuning that works best, not just something? Why are you wasting the time and space to put a little fucking switchy switch so I could have more or less mid-range, more or less bass? By the way, there's no instructions. The instructions to turn on these, I have no idea what they are. I looked in the book. No, switches change these things. Great. So I flipped switch 1 up, and then I was like, and I switched 2 up, and I'm like, oh my god, it feels like there's pressure on the back of my eyeballs. And I just switched 2 up, and I'm like, all right, maybe. And I switched them both off because fuck it. Because none of these switches make soundstage happen. None of them make the soundstage wider. And when you have this narrow ball, when you listen to someone sing and it's like, okay, dead center, wow, that sounds really good. Because it sounds really good, but it's just someone singing. Weird Al, Another Tattoo, was just playing before I ended the fucking review. And then the band comes in and it's like straight behind him. It's like this, it's like mono. It's not mono, I can hear left and right, but it's like where when I first put these back in, this is the first review I've done in like a couple days because the Gold Planer review came out and I had just finished that. And I didn't want to listen to anything else because fuck you. I sat down here, put the Legacy 4s in after, you know, weeks of not using them, like a week, 2 weeks of like I hadn't been using any IMs. So I'm like, all right, people want the Legacy 4, put them in, and I'm listening and I'm like, wait, maybe my ears are fucked up. Maybe my ears are clogged because I've had like to blow my nose and it's been shitty weather. So I gave it like 20 minutes of listening to the Legacy 4s before I got up, found my Clairvoyants, the $700 ones that I know I love, and I'm like, all right, I'll plug those in and see if my ears are fucked up. And nope, Clairvoyants sound like god tier, just creamy whiff. And yeah. Okay. How about the Legacy 3s, the custom ones? Put those in after the Clairvoyants. Oh yeah, this is why, oh yeah, I gave them a fucking peaking review. Okay, let's go back to the Legacy 4s, and I tried them on different amplifiers, the A90 and the fucking Liquid Gold and the Rebel amp, and they sound best on the A90. Sounding best on the A90 doesn't help, because it's all mid-range and it's all narrow, and I can't. I don't and I can't. I don't and I can't. I don't and I can't. So there are people who love them. I looked at the reviews. I usually don't, but on Linsol I was looking for the instructions, see what the switches do. No one in the reviews talks about the switches. They all just love them. They're the greatest things ever. Meanwhile, there's no soundstage at all. And I'm using Dakoni tips on these, not the stock tips. If I had to say something, they are much smaller with this single 8mm. So it's got a whole crossover, a single 8mm, and a dual BA. But look at the dimensional change between this and the Clairvoyance. I'd say this is probably 55% the mass or the actual like space that the Clairvoyance takes up. So if you're into like really small, lightweight IMs, that'll work. But I mean, here's the thing: they're clear. If you'd never heard a good IM and you heard the Legacy 4s, you'd be fucking in love. So wire 3.5mm into a 4-wire into a 2-wire, it's fine. The wire's fine. We got to talk about the box, because this is where shit gets weird. So I get this box out, and I've never seen an IM come in a giant box, and I'm like, well, this isn't going to work for travel. Oh good, there's a smaller one that I could use for travel. So why'd you give me this giant box? Usually it's just this cardboard box. You open this up, and in here would be the smaller box and the IM tips and then the instructions, and then you would throw this recyclable box away. But now you have, if you take all this shit out, now you have this giant box, which can't be reused from anything else unless you have specifically this. So you've got this wonderful waterproof zippered Thieaudio case, which you're in the comments, please, if you think you'd ever reuse this, say so. This is like for like $10,000 IMs, I'd want not only a case for them, but a second case with like a lock with my name branded on it. But it's a $200 IM. I don't need this case. No one needs that case. This case, yeah, sure, I want to be able to put it in my pocket. This case, by the way, chinchilla nipples. I'm going to reiterate that joke. I used a joke about chinchilla nipples in the first take. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little fuzzy bumps. It's a wonderful case. Chinchilla nipples. Moving on. What the fuck is this, Thieaudio? What the fuck is this? It's the holder to hold the 12 tips, which are all silicone and boring. None of them are flanged. None of them are foam. But it's not the tips that are concerning me. It's when I pull a tip off and you see that metal peg, and then you go, that's like an armored plate that's holding these tips. Why? Why? I mean, I know when they come with a little shitty cardboard that's like, do they slide the tip in and like you could bend it and it's like, oh, you take the tip out. That's fine, because you know you're going to take the 2 tips that fit you out and you're going to throw it in the box and you throw that box in the closet. Why did you provide me with an 1/8-inch thick aluminum? This is all about waste. Like, I'm sure people are going to like love this. If you got this, you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm over the hills. But I get so many of these products and I know how many people are going to buy products like this. What a waste. Holy God. Send this into your local recycling center. It was even Velcro strapped in. There's Velcro straps here to hold the metal plate in place so it doesn't fly out during transport. That's overbuilt. If this was a $2,000 IM set, I know there would be a low amount of people buying it. That's cool as shit. $200 IM set, I feel like this is like $3 of that cost that didn't need to be spent. And this is $8 of that cost that didn't need to be spent. This, I like chinchilla nipples. That's cool. So the wire is okay. The IMs are built nice and small. They sound very narrow. They sound very clean and very narrow. Flipping the switches made them either, I thought better. That's the thing. I thought they were better. And I hate when there's switches, because then you got to flip the switch up, and that's another IM. And so 2 switch up, that's another IM. Then another switch down, it's another IM. There's fucking 4 IMs I had to test today. And when I put both switches up, I actually felt a pressure on the back of my eyeballs that was giving me a headache. Like, it was giving me a headache. I'm like, please stop. So I put the switches back down. And then I kept going back. And right before this review, or before the first fucking take of this review, I was listening to the Legacy 3s for like 20 minutes. Going, I really miss, using these. I don't get to, I don't have a reason to use them because I have other things to do. All right, back to the Legacy 4s. Fuck! Okay. I'm sorry for yelling. But I just, this is one of those days where I just needed this review done. and I'm not going to wait till tomorrow. I need to finish it today, and I'm hungry now. I'm not going to go and eat and then try to do it again. And fucking now, it's now, it's now. Do I like the Legacy 4s? No. Would I recommend the Legacy 3s? Yes. Would I recommend the Legacy 5s? Yes. Clairvoyance? Yes. Tin P2s? Yes. I'll link to all those things in the description so Linsol can have all the clicks they want. But these 4s, I don't like them. If you've heard the 4s, am I crazy? Maybe my set's defective. Maybe the wire's made out of like kryptonite or something and it just doesn't make the sound go. But there's just no soundstage. And I had 2 other Legacies literally here. If I had the 5s, I would have taken the Legacy 5s out. But I know what the Legacy 5s sounded like because our Clairvoyants are basically those with a little bit more soundstage. And these are the Legacy 5s if you have 0 soundstage. 0 soundstage, 0 crates. That's it. I couldn't yell it loud enough. I'm done now. Patreon subscribe star, link to the description. These will be in a yard sale from the 1st to the 10th of whatever month it is, probably February. Those will be in the yard sale. You want to buy a $200 set of IMs that Zeos has fucking yelled out? You want to pay me $51.18? Then join a Patreon and subscribe star for $5. You get to see these reviews early and participate in the yard sales. Free shipping continental United States. 33% shipping you have to pay if you're outside the United States. If you want to be in the $10 tier where I answer your questions on Telegram, by all means. There's a lifetime chat that you can strive towards being if you're supported long enough. I'm done now. That wallpaper, by the way, I edited it. It was just that part of the hand, and then I added the rest of the arm. And that's what it feels like is happening with these IMs. It's like you had this good thing going, but then you just fucking whatevered it up. Either way, I can't tell if that's Weiss Schnee because of the scar in her eye. The right white hair in the thing, but it's wrong haircut, and I don't recognize the other scar. Can I please stop making this video now and go fucking cook? By the way, Zeos, link the Cooking Consortium channel, which is a cooking channel where Zeos cooks. Unless you catch my live stream, which I mostly cook there now. Fuck. Am I done? Thank you. Watch this. Boom. Oh, and a final fucking thing. What the hell does that mean? I've had this hat for like 3 years. My brother gave it to me. It's like, I don't know, my friend gave me a hat. The fuck are you? What is this? Is it a racial thing? Am I supporting Al-Qaeda because I have this symbol? Is it for a trucking company? It's America. That's all I got. I got nothing else but this P-I. I think it's a P and an I. I don't know. So tell me what the fuck that is. I'm sorry, Legacy, the 4s. I don't really like you. Your brothers are great. Wallpaper, support channel. Fuck. Good night. All right.